Hey there and welcome. Every single day we live out a story. But have you ever stopped to actually listen to the words that story is written in? From that first buzz of the alarm clock to that last big yawn, our lives are literally shaped by a very specific kind of language. So let's decode the simple but super powerful words that define our day.
Have you ever really thought about them? We say this stuff on autopilot, right? But these simple little phrases are actually incredibly precise tools. Each one paints a totally different picture of our day. And the differences, well, they're way more fascinating than you might think. So let's do that. Let's actually follow that story together. We're going to walk through a completely typical day, moment by moment, and really see just how precise our language is at bringing these simple routines to life. And our story, of course, starts in the morning.
All right, part one, starting the day. The morning is pretty much the launch pad for everything else that happens, and the words we use right here are some of the most specific. It all begins with two very common but very, very different actions.
Okay, it all kicks off with this. The alarm goes off and you wake up. Now, this isn't a physical thing. This is the moment your brain kind of boots up and shifts from sleep to consciousness. You're aware of the world, but you probably haven't even moved a muscle yet. Then comes the hard part.
So once your brain is officially online, you get up. This is the physical action. That's the moment you actually swing your legs over the side of the bed and stand up. It's really the first true commitment to starting your day.
And this is where that difference is just so crystal clear. Think about it. You might wake up at 7 a.m., but maybe, just maybe, you don't actually get up until 7:15 after hitting snooze a couple of times. One is about your mind becoming conscious, the other is your body taking action. It's a really subtle distinction that perfectly describes that morning struggle. Okay, so we're up. We're officially vertical. Now the real morning rhythm kicks in. As you can see here, most of us follow a pretty practiced set of steps to get ready, and it usually starts with, getting clean.
And here we go again. The language gets super specific. To have a shower means, well, exactly that. But have a wash is a bit more general. It could just be washing your face at the sink. It's a really useful term for when you're getting clean without the whole full-on shower experience.
Next up, an absolute essential. You brush or clean your teeth. We've got two different verbs here, but they both point to one totally non-negotiable morning ritual. Now, before leaving the bedroom, a lot of us make the bed. It's such a simple act of tidying up, but honestly, it can feel like the first real accomplishment of the day, a small victory of order over chaos right from the get-go. All right, part two, fuel and housework. So the morning rush is over and the day starts to settle into a new kind of rhythm. This is all about the core activities that keep both us and our homes up and running.
The way we talk about food is incredibly efficient. We don't just say eat. We specify the meal's size and its context. A light lunch, a quick snack, or ordering a takeaway for dinner, each one of those terms instantly paints a picture of not just what we ate, but how we ate it.
Of course, eating isn't always just about ourselves. The verb to feed is a special one. You feed your kids, you feed your pets. It's an action that's all about care, implying that you're providing for someone else who depends on you.
And now for the work that, let's be honest, never really seems to end. Housework. This is our big umbrella term for all the different tasks that go into keeping a home clean and running smoothly. So under that big housework umbrella, we have all these specific jobs. You do the washing, you do the ironing, or you do the shopping. Did you catch that pattern? For so many of these routine chores, the simple little verb we lean on is just do. Part 3, winding down the day. Okay, so work and chores are finishing up, and the evening arrives. And this part of the day, it's really all about a choice. How are we going to spend our free time?
And this is the ultimate evening dilemma, isn't it? Do you stay in, relax on the couch, maybe watch something? Or do you go out for dinner or to see some friends? Just two simple phrases that describe two completely different kinds of nights.
And whichever one you choose, the language just follows right along. Going out might lead to eating out. If you stay in, you might invite a friend to come round. But really, either way, the goal is often exactly the same, to just chat and connect with people. And finally, part 4, closing the loop. And just like that, our day comes full circle. We've worked, we've eaten, we've socialized. Now it's time to power down and get ready to reset for tomorrow. And hey, just like in the morning, the end of the day has its own crucial little distinction. To go to bed is the physical act of getting under the covers. but you might not actually go to sleep for another hour, right? One is an action, the other is a process.
And of course, routines get broken. We've all been there. We've all had to have a late night, going to bed way later than we planned. It's the perfect phrase to explain why you might be reaching for that extra cup of coffee the next morning.
So, what's the big takeaway here? Well, these aren't just words. They are high-definition details. Saying you got up late tells a much richer, more interesting story than just saying it was morning. This is the language we use to give our daily story its unique color and texture.
You know, Mark Twain said it perfectly. The difference between the right word and the almost right word is everything. And as we've seen today, the difference between wake up and get up isn't small at all. It's the difference between a blurry photo and a sharp, crystal clear picture of your life. So I'll leave you with this to think about. Which of these small, specific words truly defines your day? Is it that quiet moment you wake up? The little satisfaction of making the bed? Or is it that simple choice to just stay in? Our days are really just a collection of these moments, each one told with the perfect word. Thanks so much for joining me.